If you came here expecting new diets and crazy life goals, you came to the wrong place. I do promise you tons of calories, carbohydrates, and coffee. This is Freak Eating, and welcome to 2019. But first, I dedicate this video to the memory of Nick Hyde, longtime fan of the channel who recently passed away. I wish your family my condolences, especially your brother Adam, who brought this to my attention. Thank you for watching and supporting everything I've done up here. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a special New Year challenge. But there's no way I'm going to get through this without a cup of coffee. Now let's see if we can rail through 10,000 calories in 1 hour to ring in the new year. And with no fanfare, no BS, no Stalin, it's time to get right in. We're going to start off with the Panettone, which is an Italian sweetbread usually used to commemorate major holidays. This was actually sent to me by Josh Hockett, fellow competitive eater and fitness man. So thank you, Josh. This would not have been possible without you. And to be honest, I've actually never eaten a Panettone before. So we're going to find out what this is all about. Kind of what it looks like. It looks like a giant cupcake. Crazy. It's got fruits, nuts. It smells not too sweet. I've always thought of this as like an Italian fruitcake, but I've never actually had one. This is actually a very special brand of Panettone. It's not the one that I would find on my local store. So let's dig into it. Thing is 2 1/4 pounds, and right along with everything else on the table, I'm going to give myself an hour on this here fancy timer. So here we go. Oh. Wow, it's not too sweet. Reminds me more of like bread than cake. Joshua Hockett is a real fitness and nutrition expert, both by education and by spending years working in the field. I have his Instagram link below. He's got an interest in food challenges, and I appreciate his interest in leading me in new directions. It's mostly bread with very small, like, fruit pieces in there. Unlike a fruitcake, which is like mostly fruit and nut. In the past, he's helped me to set up a special Christmas challenge. It was a 13-pound feast, so I got that link down below if you want to check it out. Panettone, which I've never eaten before, is a seasonal Italian dessert bread made with nuts and candied fruits. It's a good cross-section there. Actually, it's pretty awesome just to eat. But the inner portion, just a little flake in there. There's raisins in here, orange pieces. They're really good. I wonder if it's any good if we dip it. This particular brand uses ingredients that are sourced from Italy. The Panettone as an item dates back to the 1880s and is appropriate for any holiday or celebration. It seems to be most popular at Christmas. It isn't too sweet, but it comes across as a soft, flaky, sweet bread that pairs well with black coffee. It's been a long time since I filmed a long video at home with me speaking on camera, looking at the camera, so hopefully the awkwardness fades away pretty quickly. I'm going to be doing more of these in 2019. It's not super sweet, but after a while you've had enough. The Panettone you see here is actually 2.2 pounds, not 2 1/4, but it was legitimately 3,600 calories worth of food. Seriously, the Reese's Santa was probably too much peanut butter cup for one day, but sometimes you gotta go big before you can go home. Altogether, the food on the table is about 5.5 pounds worth. Unfortunately, none of it is easy to eat. I ran out of coffee early, but thankfully I had 2 bottles of green tea handy. It's the same kind of green tea that I once drank 2 gallons of, but I'm not drinking 2 gallons today.
A lot of dough on that one. There's actually nothing in the box here. Just using it to prop stuff up. Panettone. That was my first time eating a panettone. It was most excellent. Definitely 2.25 pounds is a bit much for one sitting. So let's move on. That was the main attraction here. That's actually the single biggest item was the panettone at 2.25 pounds. That was about 3,600 calories. So we're going to move on, see some of the other things here. It's a new item. It's Hershey's with Reese's Pieces inside. There's no way this is a bad thing. You can see the pieces like through the chocolate. It's like Reese's Pieces enrobed in Hershey's. Took an awesome thing and you made it even better. Snickers salty and sweet. Which I've never seen before, actually. I'm guessing it's like a very standard Snicker bar, but it's got some maybe salted caramel in there. I don't know, I can go either way on that one. It's too similar to a Snickers bar for me to even care. I don't know how many calories are in this. We're gonna have to look it up online. It's a grand Ferrero Rocher, so giant chocolate. It's a bit harder to open than the small one. Been around. This product's been around for a couple of years, but I've never actually had one before. Wow, oh, a little plastic tab. I just had no idea how to open it. Oh, well, fortunately it broke. That's kind of like an ornament, like a Christmas tree ornament. So, you have an outer shell, and with 2 small Ferrero Rochers inside. Same stuff, actually. Excuse me. Little crispy pieces. Like chocolate. Crispy pieces and hazelnut pieces inside of chocolate. It's the same chocolate as that, but instead of it being in a ball form, it's like in an outer shell form. Kind of reminds me of a Crunch Bar. Can't let these guys go to waste. Oh. Here you get that hazelnut filling, which you don't have on the outer shell. This is more genius. Reese's stuffed with Reese's Pieces. giant half-pound cups. It's just over 2,000 calories in that box. And again, I don't know how you go wrong with this. Getting them out, it's a little chore. There you go, look at that thing. Obviously the proportion's always off on these. It's just the chocolate on the outside is too thick, too much peanut butter inside, but you have the addition of the Reese's Pieces, which I think will make it better. Getting some serious dry mouth over here. That's a beauty right there. Mouth is so dry I can barely chew. One cup down, time for the other cup.
Those giant Reese's peanut butter cups were so dry, probably because they're about a year old.
It's tough to eat this much candy.
I also got a crazy phone call from a supervisor while filming. I took the call only because I needed something to distract me from the difficulty of chomping through so much candy. Sugar, when it's just pure sugar, can be a beast. Now, I know the old-fashioned donut was pretty random, but it was a nice way to add a couple hundred calories and to get a break from all the chocolate.
Okay. It's an old-fashioned donut. It's nice to break up the texture here. The chocolate was getting a bit much.
Eating this much sugar was rough but challenging. Hence, this was a true challenge.
It's a giant chocolate Santa. Can't tell how much time is left or has passed. This is a peanut butter cup Santa, so chocolate on the outside, peanut butter on the inside, but no Reese's Pieces, unfortunately. Wow. That thing is plenty thick. I'm eating his head first. The proportions on this one are way off. Way too much chocolate.
The giant Hershey's Kiss has survived, but it will be part of my next mega calorie video. Eating 10,000 calories in 1 hour is doable, but the particular mix of foods you go for is crucial.
Oh, so the Grand Ferrero Rocher has about 800 calories. Oh man, a lot of calories today. It's suddenly very hard to eat this. Well, I've eaten Santa, now I'm just eating the chimney. I think it's so dry because it's an old chocolate. I think I got it last Christmas. Not even sure I'm gonna make it the hour. It doesn't even taste like chocolate anymore.
Pretty soon I've got some special theme videos coming up for the Super Bowl and for Valentine's Day. But before then, in January, I will have some mega spicy challenges and some snack packs going online.
And I think that's as far as we're gonna get because we're almost out of time on the sand clock. Yeah. There's no way I'm gonna get through an entire pound of Hershey's. That was far more miserable than I thought it would be. Looked like fun at the outset, but less fun as time went on. So I do want some dessert though. It looks like we're just about out of time, but got some ice cream sandwiches. What better way to cap off a ton of sugar than with even more sugar. Ice cream makes it better.
If you count the ice cream sandwich at the end, which was 180 calories, I reached about 9,700 calories. Very close to my goal of 10,000, but no cigar.
Well, I guess the diet starts Monday.
But if you count the giant Hershey's Kiss that I couldn't get to, this would have been a 12,000 calorie challenge.
Of course, Happy New Year.
Thank you everyone who watched this video. Hit that like button if you enjoyed it, and subscribe today so you don't miss out on new food videos and mega calorie challenges that are coming in 2019. Till we eat again, stay in school, don't do drugs, and eat like a freak.